Hello, YouTube. This is B-Nice78 again. Okay, I actually had a subscriber ask for me to do the review on the Taurus PT1911. So we're going to do that today. So let's get to it. Actually, this is going to be an unboxing slash review slash breakdown of the firearm, and just kind of a, I don't limit my videos, so it is what it is. I want to go through it thoroughly so I can show you everything. I'm not going to leave things out. I'm going to show you what I know, and I'm not claiming to be professional with firearms or anything. I'm just this is just me doing a review, and I'm trying to get started here on YouTube, getting the videos going on out there. So, if people like them, great. Subscribe and leave your comments. If you don't watch it. Okay. So anyway, here we go. We have here the Taurus PT1911. All right. Okay. Here we have, obviously, the paperwork. That's the boring shit. We don't want to get into that. Okay. I have already safety checked the firearm, just for the safety people out there. Nothing there. It's actually nothing in the gun. Completely safe, secure. All right. So anyway, to start off, you got your keys for which we'll get to later on. These are for your safety, to lock your gun, make it where it don't shoot. It comes with 2 mags. We'll put this one aside because it is loaded. Comes with 2 mags, which are pretty good mags, I have to say. Now, with these mags, when you first go to shoot them, after it takes about 5 rounds, 5 magazines full of ammo before they actually get worn down a little bit, because they are brand new, so they have to get the edges off a little bit or whatever, and they start working really, really well after that. So, a lot of people say, oh, it's a Taurus, yuck. Well, I'm sorry, but I disagree. This is your barrel bushing wrench, which we'll get to that also here in a few minutes. And, of course, comes with a brush. Not a bad brush, but a brush. Okay, now let's get to the meat and potatoes here. Okay, and we will put this out of the way over here, and here we go. The Taurus PT1911. This is a really nice gun, a really nice 1911, and a really good, a lot of people say entry level. I think that it's a little more than entry level myself. I think that it's for anyone who enjoys a 1911, period, myself. So, and I've shot it several times. I love it, love it. I've put quite a few rounds through it, and just passed it off to my cameraman this evening, my nephew. You want to say hi?
Hi.
All right. So here we go. First of all, it does have the dovetail safety. This is the grip safety. You have to have a grip on that to actually pull the trigger, as you can see. Okay, let's just start over there. Okay, this right here, let's say it's loaded. Okay, it's not loaded, but just for example, if it was. Okay, you got your hammer back. This is your safety. Push that up, it can't fire. Okay, push that down, and it's off safe, so it will fire. Okay, when the hammer's down, you can't push this up, obviously, because the hammer's down. So when you're carrying this, if you're somebody that wants to carry 1911 for your concealed carry, which a lot of people do, and I have, and tell you what, I love it, then you have to carry what they call cocked and locked, which is cocked and locked. So when you go to draw this weapon out of your holster, you actually have to come down, and I am left-handed, but anyway, you have to come down and push that off as you draw. But you have to have that pushed down before, you know, when you go to draw, you have to push that down. Okay, or else you'll be in deep shit. Stuff, my bad, sorry, I have a potty mouth. Okay, so, and I do dry fire them. It does not hurt a 1911 to dry fire it at all. Okay, now to show you this little hole right here on top of the hammer, that is what I was talking about with the key. What you do, and I think that's ridiculous. That just ruins the look for me. But you put the key, it's got a hole in it, and you put this key right there, and you turn it, and you can't push the slide back, and the hammer won't come back, and nothing. The gun is rendered completely useless. Okay, and then when you turn it back, then you're good again. I strongly suggest, personally, not using it. You know, if you're gonna be leaving it on your nightstand, or you know, anything like that, if you're gonna do that and you have children, then obviously you need to get you a safe, a little digital safe for your hand, where you hit your hand on it, pops the door open, you can grab your gun. Or you know, don't have a round in the chamber. Take your mag out and put your mag somewhere. You know, I don't know. That's the best thing I can tell you. I mean, it's just what you have to do. So anyway, okay. So it does have Novak sights, which I do like. It does have the Novak sights, and those are good sights. It's a 3-dot setup. And not a darn thing wrong with that. They do have the option to put the tritium night sights on there as well. It does, like I said, it does come with the 2 mags. The magazines, they are also it's 8+1 rounds, so you've got 8 rounds in the magazine, and then you've got 1 in the pipe or 1 in the chamber. So that's kind of nice. As far as that, your specifications on it are like the barrel length. Barrel length is 5 inches on it. It does have the 5-inch barrel, and all in all, the whole gun is 8.6 inches long. So that's you know, just so you kind of know, maybe the weight, it does weigh like 32 ounces. It's obviously, you know, they've done kind of, I guess, what they could to lighten it up a little bit, you know, drilling out the trigger, drilling out the hammer, you know, whatever. But it's a 1911. It's a 1911. You know, you don't, you know, it's obviously not going to do much. It's a heavy gun. It's a heavy duty gun, and you know, that's about all on that. Now, as far as accuracy, the gun right out of the box was absolutely perfect. It shot right on target every time. It was a really good shooter. It is a good shooter. And it's your basic 1911. And to take it down, I wanted to go through that too, just to kind of show you a little bit here on the takedown of this. Now I told you I'd show you what the bushing, the barrel bushing wrench was for. Okay, so we're going to do that, and first thing you're going to do with this is you'll put the safety on. Okay, of course we've already checked the gun to make sure it is safe, so but you would definitely want to do that. And this you put right here, and you'll push it down, and then you turn that bushing like that, and then you got to be really careful or you'll put your eye out. Then you pull the bushing off, and then that is spring. That's on the spring on the guide rod. So then you got that. Okay, and you can take that out. Okay, then you come back to here and you take your safety off, and you'll move the slide back to where that little notch right there. Can you see the little notch? Okay, that little notch lines up with the top of your takedown lever, or of your slide release rather. And then you'll push from the other side. It's got a little knob sticking out of there, and you'll of course it's going to show me up now that I've done this. Shoot. Of course, why not, right? Okay. There we go. Okay. Pull that out. Okay. Then you pull your slide off. Okay. Take your guide rod out. Okay, your barrel, obviously, it comes out this end. It cannot come out this way. It can't come back that way and come out. So, obviously, it has to come out the other end. Okay, and then, so that's pretty much what you've got right there. That's all your pieces. Okay, you've got your, obviously, your barrel. You got your guide rod spring, you got your guide rod, you got your barrel bushing, you got your slide release, or slide stop, either way, and then you've got your guide rod spring cap. Okay, then you got your, obviously, your slide and your lower. So now to put it back together. Not that big a deal. It's just a reverse of what we just did, pretty much. The barrel's in, barrel goes in, and it goes in, and it matches up with the two slots in here. So then that's in. Okay. Then you'll take your guide rod, of course. Put your guide rod in right there. It does have, the guide rod's got this rounded part there. Can you see that okay? And obviously that's how you want it to be. You want this to be down. That's just the way it is. Your spring, but this end of the spring, the open end of the spring, is the end that goes into your cap, and you just turn your cap to where it's kind of tightened down and it can't come off. Then you just put it on your guide rod. Okay, and then you'll obviously take your slide and assembly, and you'll put it on the rails. You'll match up the rails and put them together. Sometimes it wants to give you a little fit. You have to push on the barrel a little bit, like when you get it in there. Sometimes you have to push the barrel to kind of get it to go the rest of the way back. So anyway, so then you can go right here and put your safety on. You want to put your safety on so the slide can't come back while you put your barrel bushing on. Okay? So then you'll take this again, you'll push this down, okay, and you'll take your barrel bushing, okay, and you'll put your eye out if you're not careful, and then you'll put it on like that, okay, and I didn't put it on right, okay, so we'll just have to fix that, okay, my bad, sorry folks, okay, there we go, and now it's together on that part, okay. Then what you want to do is you'll take it off safe, okay, then you just line your barrel up inside there, okay, just like so, and then you'll pull it on back to where the big notch matches up. That'll go in, then you'll bring it to the small notch and it'll fall right down in place, okay, and then you've just put it back together, you've just reassembled it, okay. Very nice gun, very nice gun. The only bad things I can honestly say about this gun are, right after I got it, I was going to change out the grips, okay, and I don't know if you can see the screw, the grip screw, stripped out, totally stripped out, okay, and I had a couple of them do that, okay, and the Allen key that fit it perfect and tight, and it still stripped it out. I mean, it's just that the screws are kind of crappy. I would replace the screws. The mag release, when I first got the gun, the mag release was like double staged. It was like 1, 2. It was weird. I had to take it apart. I had to take that apart and file down. There was a sharp piece inside where the screw turns in, and I had to file it down a little bit. And once I filed it down just a little bit, it now releases the screws, or it releases the screws, my bad. It releases the mags just fine now, perfectly every time. And you know, like I said, it's it's just a sweet gun. It does have the full-length guide rod, which a lot of people say, ew, gross, I don't want a full-length guide rod. But there's nothing wrong with a full-length guide rod. Now, I have to say that I have had several guns. And this is one of the best ones, the nicest ones, honestly, that I've had. In a 1911, it's just a sweet, sweet shooter. And for the money, after it was all said and done, I gave altogether was $725, somewhere right there, total for the whole kit and the whole setup. And you know what? That's a good deal, I think. You know, I had a Springfield Micro that I ended up paying $1,400 for, and you know, which they're nice too. But for someone who, you know, if you don't have that kind of money, then you want a 1911, you buy a cheaper 1911, and the Taurus, in my opinion, is a good price and a very good quality 1911. So as far as this goes, and now you might ask, as far as concealed carry, would I bet my life on this gun? And I honestly have to say yes, I would. I honestly would. After putting the rounds I put through it, and seeing, I haven't had, you know, at very first, I had a box of really nasty rounds, just terrible rounds. They were crappy, and they caused a couple of failure to feeds, and a couple of them didn't go off. But after, and this was like the day I got it, and I thought, you know, we better check into that. So I brought the gun home, I ripped it apart, I went through it with a fine-tooth comb, and I cleaned it and lubed it up, and, you know, worked the barrel, or worked the slide and everything, and went back and shot it, and had no problems whatsoever. And every time I've gone and shot this gun, I've never had another problem ever out of it. It shoots very sweet, very smooth. The action on it is very, very smooth. I mean, you know, just smooth, you know, and it's just a sweet 1911.
Very easy to do.
Yes, very easy. And, you know, that's really about all I have to say about it. I mean, of course, it's made in Brazil, you know, but, you know, I mean, look at Glock, made in Austria. Hey, and I'm not saying nothing bad about Glock. I love Glock. I have a Glock. I've shot many Glocks. Love them. But 1911, this is a good one to have. A great one to have. So give it a shot. Give it a try. And like I said, if you have any suggestions for something else I can do on the videos, let me know, please. Try not to be too harsh. But no, really, just let me know, and I'll do what I can to make it better. I am trying to get more videos set up, so just give me a chance. We'll make them better. We'll get better. So anyway, God bless you all, and have a good evening. See you next time.